Good morning, Misfits! Welcome to the Daily Breakdown. It is to a Thursday. Welcome to the LFA family. I am your host, Zach Bonfilio, aka The Misfit Patriot. Let's say hi to Amanda Collins, Bad Moon, T. Mitchell, Bumba, Miss Mocha Powered, Kit Kat Mar, Funmon, Great Guy Gary. Look at that, everybody's in the chat. All my P1s are here. How's everybody doing this morning? It is going to be a fun day. We're going to have fun today. This is not going to be a super serious show. We are going to really just wrong screen, my bad. We are going to, I'm just laughing, guys. I'm serious. This is probably, this might be my favorite thumbnail reveal because, producer Eli, he misread the email I sent him. And so on the screen, so he sent back this one, and I go, oh yeah, that looks cool, but I was hoping you were gonna make me the other guy. I sent him, so let me real quick. I sent him this picture. Here, I sent him this picture, and I said, I want to be the guy on the left, right? And he made me the guy on the right. So he sends me this, and he goes, like, here you go. And I go, yeah, that's cool. That looks fine. I wanted to be the guy on the left. I wanted to kind of make fun of myself a little bit and be wearing a silly beret. And he, like, within minutes, he was like, hang on, right? So I had already posted this. He goes, hang on, I got you. It's so much better. It's so much better. So we are going to do grift busting today, right? As you can see, all right, so I got a little whiteboard here, and on the whiteboard we have Exploding Mike, 30-06, B Cult, Trapdoor, Egyptian Plains, and Body Double. I see that C. Michaels is listening. Okay, so I'm going to describe what's on the screen. If you've seen the show Mythbusters, you know that one of the guys wears like an Aussie bush hat. The other guy wears a beret. Eli made me look like both of them. So it was here. Crazy Moan McGroin in the chat with a little P1s we're watching before he got on LFA. That is correct. I was on TMP Uncensored. The channel's still there for the replays. Just in case something happens on this show. It's a really small channel. It doesn't mean anything, but it's pretty much just like an archive channel now. But I was thinking about doing debates and interviews on there. I just don't really have the time. But anyway, all right, back to this. So we're essentially just gonna debunk Candace Owens and everybody else's crazy conspiracy theories today. I think it's gonna be fun, right? And we're including the 30-06 in here because it's 2A Thursday. We did a show a few weeks ago with Gary from Paramount Tactical. He wasn't able to make it today because he was just on Jeremy Boring. I watched some of that show. I'm gonna finish watching it. Great episode. So go check out Gary from Paramount Tactical on Jeremy Boring's podcast. It was very very cool. But I don't want to make this like a we'll debunk you. No, I'm gonna do what I normally do, right? And I think that a lot of people don't realize that this is actually the better way to deal with people on the internet who spread propaganda, lies, grifters, sensationalists. There are far too many people who take them seriously and debate them in good faith and what it does. And hear me out, because I know that a lot of you do this, okay? So I'm not trying to be like I'm not trying to shame you, but I am trying to give you some tough love and some constructive criticism. Do not validate retards. All right? You can debunk them, you can point out that they're wrong, but taking them seriously is a huge mistake, because what people want to do is validate themselves through you. When you have a serious conversation with an unserious person, you give them credibility. Does that make sense? So when you use the miso strategy, right? I've talked about this before. Miso, mock, insult, shame, and ostracize. That's a better way to do it, right? Because it shows that you're not taking them seriously. I do it very, colorfully, right? I use foul language. I use humor. You don't have to do that. Like Jeremy Boring did a response to Candace Owens that was brilliant the other day, right? When Candace Owens was talking about how Ben Shapiro got a call about the Charlie Kirk while Charlie Kirk was still dying. Why didn't I get a call? And Jeremy Boring replied, Candace, Ben has the same security team you do. Were you in on it? You can do stuff like that, right? Don't validate these people. Do not respond to them like, actually, let me explain why you're wrong. Like Graham Allen does this a lot, right? Like, I like Graham Allen. I'm not insulting Graham Allen. He's just not doing it right. You have to do it like a Steven Crowder type. You have to do it like, I'm going to inform my audience while pointing out how ridiculous you are. That's the better way to deal with these people. Okay. And yes, somebody in the chat, don't let them ruin your day. That's a huge thing, right? Don't ever get too overly emotional. I just made a video this morning where I just was like, there's too many swears in it. I don't have enough naughty buttons. But I posted it on X and Instagram. Go watch it, where I literally just said, guys, look, and I'm serious about this, right? I'm serious. It's meant to be a little bit of humor and entertainment with a post like that. But what I'm actually saying, I am being dead serious about. At this point in time, if you are supporting Candace Owens, who's attacking Charlie Kirk's widow, right? You are my enemy. We are not friends. I think you're a demon. I mean that. I look at you the same way I look at a radical leftist who wants to cut the healthy body parts off of a child. You are a demon. You are my enemy. We are not friends. I don't like you. I hate you, in fact. I shouldn't. I know that's not Christian. I don't care. I'm not a good Christian. I'm the guy you're dealing with. I will condemn my own soul to hell if I can take you with me. That's where I'm at. I hate you. We are not friends. I mean it. Please understand that so that we can move on. We are breaking up. Does that make sense? Okay, this is over. There's no common ground, no healing, no nothing. You can go do, this is how I treat my brother who's still alive. I have one brother who's still alive. I had another brother who was a junkie who died. When my brother, who was a junkie, was robbing my mom and dad, who was ruining his own life, I said, we are done. My brother died to me 10 years before he overdosed. Okay? I said, we are done. If, however, you go and heal yourself and get out of this, and you come back as the person that I once knew, I'll take you back. But this version of you, I hate. We're done. Goodbye. No effing way am I going to take the good with the bad. None. Please understand that. Because there are people who are tagging me like, we disagree. No, we don't disagree. You're a f***ing demon. This is not a disagreement. We're not disagreeing about this. I'm right, you're wrong, go to hell. I hope that is clear enough. So, we will get to Grift Busters, which is going to be fun. All right, we're done with the series. That was fun. That was a little serious. We're fun. We're fun now. This is a fun show for the rest of the show. Right, it's all comedy. We're gonna destroy these people with comedy. All right. So we also do this is the 2A Thursday part. We also do on the show the Daily Breakdown. If you've never seen the show before, if you're a first-time listener, thank you. Welcome to the show. This is how we format the show. We have themes of the day. They're just sort of themes, they're not the whole show. But we do try to do something cool at the end, or even the second half. And today's 2A Thursday. Tomorrow's Fan Mail Friday. Yesterday was Woke Wednesday. We have 2A, wait, no, we have Trump TDS Tuesday and Maha Monday. We have those themes. But the Daily Breakdown, hence the name of the show, is when I go on the internet, I type in the word news and we break it down. Hence the Daily Breakdown, right? My uncle, Zach, my daughter did the same thing with her brother. Yes. But when people are when people are lost, it's not your job to find them. They need to find themselves. They're adults. All right. So on the news today, U.S. and Iran exchange intense new attacks after Trump says the ceasefire is over. Here's a video on the screen if you're listening of some bombs being dropped. I don't know about you, but I love it. I love it. I think that Trump did everything that he could diplomatically. I think he went above and beyond diplomatically, in fact. I think that Trump really, 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 truly wanted this to end in a way like Venezuela, right? Where you take out the leadership and and the new leadership who's still gross, who's still evil, right? They just go, all right, I don't want to die, right? There's a problem with that. It's a death cult. They don't care if they die. You can't deal with Iran. And Trump actually kind of admitted this. In fact, this is probably the greatest answer to a question about Iran or about anything actually that I've ever heard. I'm gonna have to find this this clip, but it's not far away. If you haven't, here it is. If you haven't seen that, this is the best answer to a question I think I've ever heard in my life. Right? Watch this. This is Trump at the NATO. It's not the NATO summit. I don't think it was a NATO meeting. But check this out. The reporter asks him, "You said that Iranian leaders were very rational people, etc." And Trump's response is it's just chef's kiss, right? Check this out.
Mr. President, Tyler Pager with the New York Times.
Oh, that's real low. Hold on.
Iranian leaders were very rational.
Hold on, that's real low. I can tell. I think this might be better.
Tyler Pager with the New York Times. Last month you said Iranian leaders were
still low. Technical difficulties. Give me 1 sec, guys. We're gonna kick it up a notch. We're gonna kick it up just a bit. Let's go to 10, and then we'll bring it back down because I think it's just the clip. Let's go to 15. Screw it. All right. This should be proper volume.
Mr. President, Tyler Pager with the New York Times. Last month you said Iranian leaders were very rational people, nice people to deal with, strong people, smart people. Today you said they were scum, sick people, and being led by sick people. What changed, and do you think
I got to know them. So I've said that about a lot. Now, when you say rational, I think they're much more rational than level 1, level 2. Level 1 is gone.
Hold on. What changed, and do you think
I got to know them. So
I got to know. He says it so just nonchalant too. Yeah, what changed? I got to know them. Yeah, they're terrorists. They're a death cult. Trump, I think, and look, I can't get too mad at him for this, right? I don't like making excuses for him and everything, but I can't get too mad at him for this, right? Trump thinks very highly of himself as a negotiator. He's really, really good at it. He's a deal maker. He's been doing wow, was that loud? It looked really low. Whatever. It's turned back down now. It should work itself out. Somebody in the chat said it was too loud. Okay, well, it's Goldilocks anyway. Look, I think Trump thinks very highly of himself as a negotiator. He's been in quote deal making for so many years, and he probably really believed, he's like, I can do it. I'm gonna be the first person to ever negotiate, effectively with dude. You can't. And you know what? I just realized this is what I just talked about at the beginning of the show, right? With the demons, with the candy cult. right? It's a cult, by the way. That's the thing. It's a cult, right? The Candace Owens, Ian Carrolls of the world, they are in and leading cults. So you can't negotiate. I can't bring you back from that. You have to figure that out. It's like you need to be detransitioned. It's like this is. You ever have a conversation with like a trans person and say, "You're not a girl," right? They lose their mind. That's Iran. You can't talk them out of it. You can't deal with them out of it. It's something that's very rare, but there are rare cases where they can come back. This works for junkies. This works for mentally ill, trans people. This works for people with bulimia, body dysmorphia. There's all sorts of mental illnesses where people join a cult and they get into a mentality. You can't deal with them. This is why I made that video this morning. F you. You're my enemy. F you. No. No. It's not my job to bring you back. That's on you, dude. It's not my job to make sure that you are a rational thinking individual. That was your parents' job. I'm not doing the job of your parents. Right? And I think Trump really thought that he could work this out. I think he now, maybe, hopefully, finally realizes you can't. You really can't. There's probably one solution for this, right? Nobody likes it. I don't like it, but it's there. It's the world we're living in. It's what we're dealing with. Kill them all. Let God sort them out. That might be the only way, right? If you leave them in power at this point, it's a cult. It's like saying, okay, well, we got rid of, the Manson family, but can we get rid of serial killers? No. Islam is a cult. Islam is radical, by the way. When I say radical Islam, I mean Islam. But radical Islam is a cult. It's a death cult. It's a convert or kill death cult that hates this country, hates the West, hates Christians, hates Jews. Do you know every time Muslim praise Islam, they curse Jews and Christians? Every time. It's like, not Jews and Christians. So, sorry, I hate you. No. And I think a lot of us really believed that we were like, why is Trump trying? Right? Fair. All right. Mark Levin was freaking out like, you're not negotiating with these people. It's Mark, I get it. I like you. You're great. But also let Trump get to where you are. And as I was saying, when he proposed the MOU, I said, I was very calm. I said, don't freak out. Because what I was foreseeing was, if it didn't work out, and if Iran pulled out of the deal, and Iran did what we know they're going to do, I thought that this would happen. I thought Trump would be like, all right. I didn't think that Trump was ever going to capitulate. I think that he was going to try. Okay? And I let him do it. I did not abandon him. I did not turn on him. I gave him a little bit of rope because he's not the crazy, right? He's well-intentioned. And now I think what we're going to see is fuck it. I think we're going to see fuck it. There's no other option. He's towing a fine line and he's threading a needle still. Because we got the midterms and what have you. But Trump's always going to do what Trump's going to do. So, strap in, is all I'm saying. Anyway. All right. So that's enough of that story. Plattner's advisors. Oh, from Politico. Inside the tense final hours of Graham Plattner's campaign. I made $1,000 yesterday, everybody. Graham Plattner finally dropped out. I'm a little pissed because I would have made $4,000 if he had just dropped out 2 days ago. but I digress. I still made money, right? I was very early on the betting market. When I saw him suspend his campaign, I said, screw it. It was like 4-to-1 odds or 5-to-1 odds or something like that. And I was like, yeah, might as well throw $250, and I got 4-to-1 odds. And then I also added in, there was like a 4% chance that he would drop out by the 9th, or sorry, the 7th. And there was like a 20% chance he would drop out by the 8th. So I threw $50 on each of those too. And he finally did. So it was gonna happen. We were having fun with it. Sean was like, see if he'll do it. I was entertaining. I said, hey, I'm gonna make money if he does, but I hope he doesn't. I would have gladly lost if we could have seen Plattner stick it to the Democrats for pushing him out. However, he was gonna do it, right? Do you have any idea what's going on behind the scenes? That is a whole ass. Sorry. Ooh. That is a whole ass machine coming after him. They were sitting him down like, we will I bet you that something like I bet you a conversation went like this. I bet you a conversation. I would bet, all right? Tell me if I'm off base here, right? I think that people are going to go, yeah, I didn't think of that. If you thought Graham Plattner was going to stay in the race and screw over the Democrats, do you think that this conversation is plausible, right? Somebody sits down with him and goes, if you drop out, she won't press charges. That's probably what happened, right? There was no fighting that machine. Graham Plattner is probably like, okay, she's going to press charges. I'm going to go to jail, or I could just drop out. That's probably, there's not, he's not going to screw over the establishment and get away with it, right? They would have buried him. They probably had 4 more scandals that they could have dropped on him. And they're probably like, yeah, we got these 2. We can bury them, or you can make it worse for yourself. That's probably what happened. There was no him staying in the race. All right? I bet you they have more on Eric Swalwell too. And he dropped out, or they would have dropped more. I bet you they have files this thick on them. All right. So, while it would have been funny, I didn't think it was going to happen. Really, truly, I didn't think it was going to happen. But he did throw a jab on his way out, okay? Even though some of his political confidence urged him not to, several of the main Democrats' closest advisors pleaded with him to strike a conciliatory tone, announcing the termination of his Senate campaign. The progressive bucked their advice and made a condition of dropping out of the race that he gets free rein to assail establishment Democrats and blame them for the ignoramus, ignominious, all right, ignominious, I've never heard that word before, and to his rapid political rise. So, just 2 days after Politico reported, you son of a bitch, you could have done it one day after, you could have done it the day after, I would have made $4,000. He continued to deny the allegations against him. He blasted the corporate media system and political establishment for acting as judge, jury, and executioner. No accountability. Here's the quote that the jab he threw on the way out. Those in power who have the ability to do so are using these allegations as an excuse to take away all of the things that we need to run a campaign. They would rather see Susan Collins win than have me be the next senator of Maine. He's not lying. He's not lying. However, you're also a scumbag who probably did everything that you're accused of. So, pardon me while I don't feel bad for you. Let me show you guys something too. All right, this is the video. By the way, this is the video. If you want to go and have a laugh, where I'm just like, screw you. Oh, we got to include this. All right, we're gonna include that in the show. We are definitely throwing that in there. All right, because that's a good one. That's a very good one, actually. We're gonna do that in 3 minutes. We're gonna move on to that. But here we go. This is going to be prediction. This is going to be who they replace him with. right? They're going to replace Graham Plattner with Troy Jackson. Troy Jackson is Graham Plattner, right? Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. They're going to replace Graham Plattner with Graham Plattner, right? It's the same guy, right? It's basically the same guy. Here's the allegation against Troy Jackson. He struck a female colleague with a bottle he threw at her during a disagreement, right? He's probably a huge piece of shit, right? He's probably got his own file. It's probably also this thick, but they can't be too picky because he's the one who's polling the best. It's not about morals. It's not about policy. It's about power. It's about winning. That's all they care about. They don't care about you. They care about them. So we'll see. Bookmark it. This is going to be the guy. All right. So let's see here. I think that there's Ukrainian drone, late night joint. Who cares? Twin switches back Atari plane. Okay, good. Well, yeah. Real quick, we'll cover this story. Here's all I'm going to say about this. Okay, here's all I'm going to say about this. Where is it? Here we go. A man with no criminal history. False. Why is that not popping up? What's going on here? Why is that not popping up? What's going on with my box? Let's try this. All right, let's just go here. Then we'll go back. There it is. Just a little refresh and we're good to go. From Senator Patty Murray, a man with no criminal history. I don't know if you guys saw the story I was talking about. This is the story. I don't know when the screen cut out there. A man with no criminal history. False. His criminal history was being in the country illegally. Okay. No criminal history, was shot and killed by ICE. As far as I'm concerned, Trump's DHS secretary should get hauled in front of Congress and answer for every shooting. We need a congressional majority that will push for real answers and accountability. This cannot stand. Right? This is after hearing a father cries help for a Facebook video when he learned that Lorenzo Saladago, whatever, Alarujo, had been killed during an ICE operation. All right. Here's what happened. The illegal immigrant was trying to be arrested because he's an illegal immigrant, and he tried to run over the the I don't know if that qualifies because I stopped myself, but we'll do it anyway.
I don't know why you got to do it in front of the kid with the effing. All you got to do is say earmuffs to him. Earmuffs.
All right. The illegal immigrant who was trying to be arrested by ICE tried to run over ICE. And ICE shot him because that's what you're supposed to do when somebody tries to run you over and you're trying to arrest them. You neutralize the threat, right? And it turns out the Renee Good shooting didn't teach anybody anything because they're still doing it, right? I hope that this will resonate with any illegals, any protesters, any anti-ICE people. Don't try to run them over. They'll shoot you. And they should. Do not try to run over an agent if they are giving you a lawful order. Just don't do that. There you go. You know how I know I'm not going to get shot by ICE? I'm not going to try to run them over. That's what I'm not going to do. If I was ever in a situation where ICE was like, pull over, I'd be like, all right, dude, I heard about you guys. I'm righty tighty. We're going to go. You want me to parallel park? You want me to stop it right here? Right? I'm going to be 10 and 2. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm not going. It is not a day to be pretty good. All right? It's not a day. Nuh-uh. Dude. Yeah, no. So that's what happened, and I don't feel bad about it at all. And this whole, crocodile tears, like, you guys give a you don't. All right. Before we get into the daily breakdown, let's go and give everybody a quick recap reminder. I want to do this every day. I'd like to do this every day. Midtermcheatsheet.com. Midtermcheatsheet.com. This is a website I built, I put together so we can win elections. This time it's the midterms. We're going to keep it going for the 2028. I'm going to change the name of the website. I'll make another website. But essentially, if you guys haven't seen this yet, here's the main page. Click here to see the cheat sheet. I have the 18 toss-ups up here right now. I'm going to add 5 to 10 more of them, like Senate races, what have you. But I have all of the races, the winnable races, the toss-up races, the crucial races for the midterms on here. These are all of our picks, right? You go to learn more under any one of these names. It will bring you to their campaign page, okay? It's a great tool. And also on Midterm Cheat Sheet, we have Join Sway. Sway is the group that we are using to win elections, right? As you can see, this is a screenshot from my Sway, right? You see midterm. Why did I write cheat sheet? I am such an idiot. I spelled it wrong the other day, and I spelled it wrong here too. It's CHEAT. I'm gonna change that. I'm an idiot. Midterm cheat sheet. This is a real screenshot of my map. We're gonna do that right now. I am such a moron. Right, here we go. Midterm cheatsheet.com. All right, that's updated. Here we go. Right here. Midtermcheatsheet.com. Sometimes I really just want to slap myself. All right, red button on this page too. Click here to join our network. It will bring you to the page that I just showed you. 72 voters. We are growing. Okay, we are growing. You can go and find my Sway right here in my beacons link. It's up here. It is sway.co/misfits. When the midterms are over, we're going to move it to the 2028 election. All of you will still be here. If you look at this map, this is the map of everybody in this group. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send out targeted messaging through this app. You will get text messages and emails about races in your district, right? That's what it's for. It is turning me into Scott Presler. And we get to create our own little early vote action. You can make one of these yourself, or you could join mine if you don't want to do all the work, because it is a lot of work. If you go to Sway, you'll see all of the races on here as well, right? And we can, I can see, look, Mike Rogers for the Michigan primary election. I got 4 people, and I got 4 people I can message. I have 4 misfits that I can use in Michigan to help try to get Mike Rogers elected. This is why we need to grow this thing huge. Because if we had 100, that's a coalition, all right? So it's only we've only been doing this for a couple of weeks. We're at 72. I want to get into the thousands before the midterms. So please, out of all of the things I ask you to do, share this. This is the most important thing, because we are building coalitions to finally fix our main issue on the right, which is ground game and special elections, right? We need to start doing a better job. We don't show up every time. We show up every 4 years. We can't do that. All right. So enough of that, but that's going to be a daily thing that I remind you of. So check that out. Also, if you want to download ActiVote, you can download ActiVote. That's just a tool that helps you figure out where your own elections are, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, moving on. All right. So Grift Busters. We have 25 minutes to get to this. I think we'll be able to squeeze it all in. Grift busting. We are going to grift bust. All right. Let's start off with the exploding mic. Okay. From Paramount Tactical. This is Gary, the one I was telling you about. We'll have him on soon. We'll have him on maybe next Thursday. I'll be on his show soon, where he's just great. The exploding mic theory. Okay, let me show you this little video, this little clip here This is from, don't worry, there's no blood in it. This is the Charlie Kirk shooting. It's just a slow still of his, of the way his shirt moved, right? So the exploding mic theory from these stupid people is because the mic moved from one side to the other, right? Then it blew up and hit him in the opposite side of the neck, right? It kind of leaves out the whole point of what made the mic move over there, right? It's a dumb theory. Hence why Candace Owens is saying it, because she's a retard, okay? But you can see the image on the screen. The mic goes from this side to this side, so obviously that's what killed him. Why did the mic move? Oh, because he was shot with a gun. You idiot. I can't stand these people. From Gary over at Paramount Tactical. Exploding mic debunked again by physics, by basic physics. Okay. Newton's third law is non-negotiable. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. If the microphone allegedly exploded with enough force to kill a man, the mic itself should have been violently blasted away from the direction of the supposed blasts. Instead, it travels the same direction as the alleged explosion. That's not how physics works. Now, before we even get to the rest of the fantasy, no flash, no smoke, no burn marks on the skin or clothing. A thin white t-shirt somehow contains a lethal blast wave with zero tearing or residue. The weak road magnetic mount stays perfectly attached. Every single one of these details is physically impossible for a real explosive event. This is high school physics and observable reality. The exploding mic is an IQ test. Okay, so top one, we're good. That one's done. We're done with that one. Nothing needed. Okay, 30-06. I don't have a slide queued up for 30-06. Right. I'm just going to tell you a little story. Okay. This story takes place about December of 2025. You know what? I'm going to kill the YouTube stream. Give me a sec. I'm going to kill the YouTube stream so we can do this. Okay. Be right back.